But here's the truth. If you hold back, the person you're cheating is not just those around you, but you're cheating yourself. And the part that's holding back is the part I'm going to be talking to today. That is the part that's keeping your life from really soaring, from really you living the full experience of who you are. There is a piece of you that we will out and liberate and set free if you're willing. So I'm going to ask you again, are you willing to be 100% in? For those of you who don't know me, I'm Sonia Choquette, so thanks for coming. And before we begin, I'm going to invite everybody who is on that other planet, if you would just please, trust me for the next little while, and come in. I don't want anybody on the outposts, and I know that annoys the heck out of you, but for the experience of being here, we're here with an intention and a divine appointment. And it is in a very, very critical point in time. And to choose to step in is really going to help your spirit, even if it's uncomfortable for your ego, even if it's uncomfortable for your brain, to just be curious and step in for the next little while. And if you hate it, you can pretend we never met on the other side, okay? So we're here by divine appointment, no matter how you got here. You might have run here and taken the front row, or you might have been dragged here kicking and screaming with your best friend promising to take you to dinner if you show up. But on a soul level, you decided to be here. And we're talking about something today that is so critical to your well-being in every single part of your life. We're talking about activating what I now call the missing piece, your intuitive awareness, that missing piece that you need in order to succeed, to feel good, to connect, to accomplish your purpose, to have the relationships you want, to be able to have a meaningful life, to feel good, to have joy, to feel safe. Can you imagine? And you can't do that without the missing piece. So today we're going to activate it. What I'm going to do is actually wake it up so I have some requirements. Okay? You in? Okay. So requirement number 1, no notes. Now I've written 28 books, so believe me, there are plenty of notes available. And the reason why is the minute you start writing, you have gone to the place where you are not going to connect with your intuition. It's taking you exactly in the opposite direction, which is why I took the time to write the books and the notes, but what I want you to have for the next little while with me is an experience. So just put those notes away, and besides, we both know. You never read those notes anyway, okay? So just forget that whole thing, and let's just be in the moment. And the other request that I have is the request that my teacher asked me the very first time I started working with him when I was 12. He said 2 things. The first is 2 feet in. You have to be all in. You're not going to learn a thing if you put one toe in the water and the rest of you sitting on the sidelines. You have to give it 100%. And we're not asked very often to put 2 feet in and all out and 100%. Can you even think or remember the last time you were actually invited to do that? For real? So here's the thing that's important. We all came here separately, but we have created an energetic field, and this is the truth about an energetic field. No matter what it is, we will only elevate to the degree of the person holding back. So please turn to the person next to you and tell them, I've worked really hard to be here, so that better not be you. And then take a breath and say, we're laughing, but I mean it. But here's the truth. If you hold back, the person you're cheating is not just those around you, but you're cheating yourself. And the part that's holding back is the part I'm going to be talking to today. That is the part that's keeping your life from really soaring, from really you living the full experience of who you are. There is a piece of you that we will out and liberate and set free if you're willing. So I'm going to ask you again, are you willing to be 100% in? So for the 25% of you that said yes, great, but the rest of you, was that 100%? No, really, look around. Was that 100%? Did it feel like 100%? Did it feel like 50%? So it's never, ever, ever up here between you and me. It's between you and you. But that part of you that says, woohoo, isn't going to do it. Nor is the part that's willing to take notes, but don't ask me to actually be present and feel something. So we really can change your life in the next 90 minutes. It is an extraordinary opportunity to truly heal. Because if you are not functioning with your the full sovereignty of your spirit leading your life, you are severely compromised. Not just a little, severely. So I'm here to just be the messenger to say that it is time for that to stop. But nobody can make that stop with, yeah. It's not enough. So take a breath and let out the sound, ah. Move around a little bit. Squeeze your butt. Ah. Thump your chest and go, ha! Move around a little bit. Now, we've been absorbing a lot of information. We've been taking in a lot of downloads, and that does put you in your intellect. But your intellect is the faithful servant of your spirit. It isn't who you are. So we've got to make a shift. So, again, for the little while you showed up, you're here. You could be anywhere. And I'm going to ask for your spirit to show up, not just your body. And I'm going to ask you again, are you willing for the next little while to experience and show up for yourself 100% for real? Are you? That was not 100%. Better. But it wasn't 100%. Do you know there are, look at the person next to you. 100%? Mm-hmm. Really? Let's try it one more time for this reason. I want you to feel the full experience of you showing up. Because here's the deal. Every one of you are here for a reason. Every one of you have goals, wishes, dreams. You have desires. You feel a calling to fulfill a purpose. You're not here because you had nothing to do this weekend. You know that, right? But here's how it works. It's not about information. It isn't. You can have all the information in the world, and you won't budge 1 inch toward the full expression of what brought you here, which is I want to live the full truth and contribute in the biggest way to this planet and really experience joy in my life. That's why you're here. And you have an entire universal support system. You've heard about it. There are angels, there are guides, there are strategies, there are workshops to get your skills on paper, but none of that will do one thing for you if you think that they're going to work more for you than you are going to work for yourself. That's just the truth. Smile and move around a little bit. It's like, oh shit. So take a breath. Every one of us here teaching or every one of us here presenting has a function, and mine is to be the fire starter. Because the spirit in you is not thinking. The spirit in you is not sitting. The spirit in you isn't even talking. The Spirit in you is the light that illuminates who you are, that gives you the power to think, that gives you the power to speak, that gives you the power to move. It is your life force. There is no angel out there that can help you until you activate the divine spark in here. And that's why you're here, because your divine spark is ready to activate. Now, your mind is like tight butt. So squeeze it really hard. Okay, so I'm going to help you. Because I understand that to many of you, you're not used to talking and experiencing and showing up this way. It's just not been asked of you, unfortunately. So take a breath. Open your jaw really wide and go down the slide. At the end of that breath is where you live. At the end of that breath, at the end of that slide is where you find your spirit. And smile. So here's my question. Would you like the full out experience and shift, or would you like a lecture? Lecture people on this side. Okay. I'm going to invite you. I have tools, and we're going to shift in and bring in your spirit. So the very first thing I want you to do is I want you to feel the vibration in this room right now. Pay attention. Notice it. Acknowledge it. You're squeezed in. You got to be uncomfortable, right? Notice what's actually happening. Notice how you really are outside this body. Inside, you might be guarded. You might have your whole energetic field on pause. You might be really, really loathing me already. That's fine. But I want you to notice that whatever is not comfortable in you right now is what's ruining your life. Just be aware. Be curious, be interested, but notice. Don't be in denial. Take a breath. I know a lot of you are thinking, I didn't sign up for this. Where's the exit? So, yes, but you did. There's two types of people on the planet right now, 5 sensories and 6 sensories. And we're totally different breeds of cat. Now, 5 sensories do work out of the paradigm. Now, paradigm means a window, a point of view, as an understanding of the way I organize the world. The 5 sensories sees the world through the eyes of the ego. And that ego is forever and will forever never be enough. Just to know. Never good enough, never smart enough, never sexy enough, never sell enough, never do enough, never enough. So that's just the nature of your ego. It's a helper. It's not the boss. Now, when your ego's the boss, it looks at the world as me against you. And you scare me. And up goes that field. And you know how you can tell when you're in a 5 sensory experience for yourself or with others? There are 3 tells. The first is there's no light in your eyes. That's the first. So you look like this. Isn't that annoying? It's like there's no one home. You can feel it. And the second tell is you have a really tight jaw, kind of a howdy-doody jaw. How are you? Fine? I'm fine. And the reason you have the howdy-doody jaw is because the spirit lives in your heart and belly as this big fire. And you clamp it down in your throat. And you shove it down, and you push yourself up into your head, and the only mechanism to manage all that is to clamp your jaw really tight. But the other thing that it does is the third tell, you get a really tight butt. That is how you know you are in your ego. I'm fine. I'm fine. Namaste. For real, right? Now, when you are in your spirit, You are a whole different vibrational being. The first thing is, when you look at the world, there is no them. There is no me against you. There's just us. There's just us, and we are all doing our best trying to level up together, and we're all here trying to help and contribute, and we really want to belong and connect. That's the first thing. So you're not scared of everybody because you don't need them to validate you. You can be with them because you're okay with you. That's the first thing. So you have light in your eyes, and you have just a little bit of smile always in your jaw. But the biggest tell is this. You're flexible because the spirit that is you can move you. How movable are you? Tight butts are like this. 6 sensories are like this. You know, when you work with true shamans, real shamans that are in the deep, the deep indigenous cultures, do you know a real shaman who comes from generations of shamans? The first thing they'll ask you, if you go to see one for healing, is, when did you lose your dance? Because your dance is your spirit. It's your fire. It's your energy. It's your life force. It's your divine spark. And when the spirit leaves, it's tight butt hell for the rest of your life. So we are here today to cure tight butt. I'm psychic. And half of the people in the audience are with someone going, oh, thank God, I'm so tired of their tight butt. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is I want to give you a tool that will work. Takes 3 minutes and 40 seconds. And I've used this before. Some people who know me may know this, but you can never do it enough. And I'd like maybe 5 or 6 visual aids. So who wants to come up and help me? Come. Don't need a stampede, but if there's any man in the audience, that would be great. I know it's super brave. Okay, we're good. But I'd like a man. Do we have any men? 1, 2? Yay. Perfect. Okay. You're my teachers. You are my no, too many. But why not? Why not? Come on, whatever. Okay. Shh. However, you have to listen. That is one of the first definitions of intuition. Listen, okay? And not hear. Listen. Ready? So, spread out. And here's the tool. For the next minute, let me bring you. You will be my visual aid, but you all watch, okay? So the very first thing we're going to do, this will wake up your spirit. So before we start, I want you to experience how you feel right now. Pay attention. Notice. Don't close your eyes. That is one of the ways for you to just be fake spiritual. And it's fake spiritual, but it's really I'm leaving. Okay, so let's stay present. Breathe in. Now, the first thing I want you to do, Darcy, is I want you to raise your hands above your head, both really tall. Open your jaw like a baby bird, and you go, oh! And then you drop your arms. You don't quite have to go that far because you're going to be, I love your enthusiasm, but this is going to take a while, so you might run out of gas. So just, ha. Okay, everybody do it. Ha. Now, here's what happens, is you'll start moving your arms, but you'll forget to breathe, okay? Or you'll just be going, ha, 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 and you will forget to move your arms. So it's like tapping your head and rubbing your belly at the same time. So what we're doing, for the first minute, we're going to be doing this, ha, ha. Now, here's where you need to listen and help each other. After you do this move, we're going to do this for 3 minutes and 40 seconds. Got it? Sounds not a big deal, right? 3 minutes. Okay, do you want to sit down? No. Okay. Long time, or maybe not. Depends. 3 minutes and 40 seconds, but here's the key. Every time you do it, you have to do a move you've never done before. Okay? So, you'll be our visual aid. So, ha. Now, new move. Ha. Good. Again. Ha. Okay. Now, what we're doing, in the first minute, we are starting to calm the ego brain. Okay? We're starting to calm the ego brain. The second minute, it's starting to talk from the ego brain to the creative brain. Somewhere in the middle, the ego brain and the creative brain decide to quit fighting. They're mostly fighting. After a little while, the ego brain notices there's a heart brain. So they start fighting. But if you keep doing the new moves, it can't get stuck. You keep it moving. So pretty soon, these two brains start talking. And then all of a sudden, a synergy happens. Your spirit drops in. And you are truly who you really are. Now, I know, and you're right, it's a long time. So I've created a song, a little motivation that's very disco, okay? And it's going to be for 3 minutes and 40 seconds. Here's our visual aids, but I'm going to invite everybody up to do this. Second, because it's not easy to do something like this, you're going to do partners to help each other, because someone might be just going, and another person just flailing all over. So you're going to help each other, but every few seconds, I am going to say, change. And when I say change, it's a cue to change your movement, in case you got stuck, but it's also change your partner, because we're going to help each other. And by the end, it'll teach you there's no them, there's just us, and we're not stuck in what I call the bad neighborhood. Okay, are you ready? Okay, Mr. Music, I'm going to need from you. Okay, hold on. Bear with me, I'm not very technical. There is no right way to do this, by the way. So hold on. I am looking for the song. Love. And by the way, I wrote this song. So, hold on. Ready? Are you ready? Here we go. Get ready. Change. New move. Change. Keep going. Change. Change. original. Ha! New move. Ha! 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 Keep going. Ha! 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 New move. Ha! Original. Creative. Keep going. Ha! 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 Keep going. New move. New partner. Be creative. Ha! 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 Keep going. Ha! Ha! Keep going. New move. 3 minutes, 40 seconds. Keep going. Ha! 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 Ready? Ha! Breathe. Breathe. Breathe, my visual aids. Breathe. 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 Thank you, visual aids. Everybody, thank our visual aids. Look at the person next to you. See the light. See the smile. Feel the vibration. Now that is 100%. You have just created the perfect conditions to create anything you want. Right now, ask the universe to surprise you with something good because it'll be far better than anything you can imagine. Out loud, surprise me with something good. Feel that energy. Shh. You know the best part? It's quiet in here. It's quiet. The breath. This is 3 minutes and 40 seconds. If you write to me at Ryan, so you're not really writing to me. You're writing to my assistant Ryan at soniachoquette.com. He will send you this song. Start every morning with it. 3 minutes, 40 seconds. There is a saying, if the beginning is right, the ending is right. You've just flooded yourself with spirit. You got out of that bad neighborhood. What I call, every one of us is a divine spirit, but we're living beneath that. We're living in a false identity. We're living in a frequency that has been created by the outside world. Your ego doesn't even belong to you. It's been shaped by everyone else. Now, Einstein said it best. He said the human spirit is your sacred gift, and the rational mind is your faithful servant. The rational mind is your ego. Now, the problem is, as Einstein pointed out, we've put our servant, we've become enslaved to the servant, and we have forgotten the gift. So today we're going to flip that. We just did. Now, what do we do with that faithful servant? Your ego, I always see it, my teachers taught me, it's like your barking dog. You know, like your little barking dog, your ego wants to help. It's when your barking dog starts driving the bus of your life, you're in trouble. So what we need to do is we're not going to shoot the dog, okay? We're not going to kill the dog. It's the faithful servant. We have to train the dog. So the first thing you need to do is you have to identify your dog. Your little barking dog that is very noisy and wants to criticize and wants to control and feels very skittish and is always defensive and is marching around trying to protect you. And you have to identify what kind of a dog is that. Now, you might have a Chihuahua who's hiding under the bed. Or maybe you have a German Shepherd. Very suspicious. Maybe you have a lab sleeping. Where am I? I had one student say, I have a street mutt who humps everything he sees. Do you like me? Do you like me? Do you like me? What kind of barking dog do you think I am? Obviously a poodle. And my barking dog's poodle's name is Fifi. Fifi likes to go shopping. So we name our dog, we love our dog, we recognize that he's just trying to protect us, but it's not the boss. So the first thing I want to invite you to do, everybody, is turn to the person next to you and tell them, I'd like you to meet my barking dog. Give him the breed and give your barking dog a name. And if you're one of those people, I know you're in here, I'm not a dog, I'm a cat. Special. Got it. Go for it. But introduce, and I'm going to give you literally 30 seconds to no more than a minute, because your barking dog, once it gets to start speaking and start barking, won't shut up. So just be quick, stealth. This is Fifi, my barking dog. She likes to shop, and she's a big, snotty dog. Introduce your barking dog to the person next to you. Ah. Wiggle around a little bit. Wiggle around. Ah. So once you name your barking dog, you can say, okay, I love you, but you're not the boss. You are not the boss, and when the ego tries to be the boss, then your life gets really miserable. It walks around thinking everybody else is more spiritual here than me. Or everybody here is so disappointingly not spiritual as I am. Or I should be up there talking. Or why the hell am I here? I hate this place. Always has a comment. The barking dog is noisy. Bark, 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 bark. And occasionally, bite. So we want to train our barking dog, and the way you train your barking dog is like you would train any barking dog. You take your dog for a run. Ha, 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 ha. That'll get your barking dog sleeping in a minute. You get up, you move, but you have another self. You know it. That's the self that brought you here. That's the self that wants so earnestly to take over. There is a self in you that is just so beautiful, so qualified, so reliable to lead your life. That self is your spirit. It is a part of you that knows. It is a part of you that can feel what's right for you for now. You have a spirit that is wanting to take over and guide, and frankly, if you don't let the spirit guide you now, you're going to crash. Our world has shifted. And the new language of the world right now is that we have entered, thank goodness, and it is true, the era of the divine feminine. Wow. So what do you think that actually means? It doesn't mean buy lipstick. It doesn't mean dress up and take bubble baths. Those are all fine, but what it means is reawaken the spirit, the guiding inner voice in you, and let that inner soul voice, that spirit-guided voice, have a legitimate place of power and influence in your lives. That we stop pretending and we stop challenging and we stop questioning and we stop rationalizing out what we know in ourselves to be true. Move around a little bit. It is time because our planet needs your spirit. Your life needs your spirit. This world needs the spirit to be called back because the ego is me against you. And other people become things to fear, to attack, to judge, to put down. But when you're in the spirit, there's just us. And we begin to experience what we're all yearning to have, connection. Real connection with our own truth, connection with the spirit of others, connection with the universe, connection with the earth, and not in a big go to the mountain and pull away from life, but in every step of every moment of every day. That's what you're here for. She's there in your heart, just wanting to be recognized. The word recognize means bring back to your consciousness and validate it. Every one of us has a beautiful spirit, and we need to name our spirit because when you name it, you claim it. And when you name it, you validate it. And you give that part of you a voice. You give that part of you a power to direct your life. My spirit's name is Bright Light. Bright Light has been my guiding force from the time I was a child. When I ask questions about shopping, I'll ask Fifi. But when I ask questions about my purpose, it's Bright Light. I want you to unearth and open up and introduce your spirit to the person next to you and give your spirit a name. Now, of course, this is going to create chaos for every barking dog in the room. Like, how do I know? How do I know it's the right name? How do I know what if I get the wrong name? That's the noise of the barking dog. It's your spirit. You can name it, Poodle Doo if you want. It doesn't matter. And you can change it at any time. It's not right and wrong. When you live in the spirit, you are stepping into a world that what feels true for me now. What's your spirit name? Yes. Diamond, of course. And what's your barking dog's name? Sandy. So, come up for a minute. We need a visual aid just so you're very clear. Do I have a microphone? I can share if I don't. Hi. Hello. I'm happy you're here. Wave to the universe. Universe, wave back. Okay. So, what's your name?
Kathy.
Okay. Kathy, wave to the universe. Because it really is like this. It's just there waiting. So, Kathy, what is your barking dog? Tell us about your barking dog.
A sandy-colored, people-pleasing Labrador.
Okay. And what's your spirit name?
Diamond.
Okay. Here's another thing, and we're going to do this in a minute. Your spirit will guide you, but only where you legitimately and honestly are available for guidance. The biggest reason you're not being guided is because you don't want it. What you want instead is tell me what I want. Tell my barking dog what it wants to hear. So can you share with us, I'm putting you on the spot, but can you share with us a genuine question or area where you really, truly want guidance from your divine spirit and all your spirit helpers? Look at the universe.
Yes.
Okay. What is it?
So I've just left my very well-paid job running a theatre to become a full-time healer and coach.
Okay. Okay. So what is your real question?
Is it the right decision?
Okay. Bah. Meh. Doesn't anybody go, really? Really? Really?
No, that's not
okay,
right.
that is BS. That is the first thing that your barking dog will do. Well, is this really the right thing to do? Because it doesn't, aren't you tired of that? Aren't you tired of that, guys? When she said that, what'd you all think? When she said, is this really the right thing to do? What was your actual feeling? Really? I have to take care of you? Really? I have to give you permission? I don't know you. You're going to heal me, but I have to first tell you that you're good at this? I don't think so. See? Your inner guidance is truth. Truth. So dump that question. That really, aren't you tired of that question? Yeah. You already quit.
I know.
It's like you're in the middle of the ocean going, did I really need to get in this boat? Right. Oh, and I'm in the middle of the ocean and I'm going to heal you, I hope. Do you think that's okay? You get that? Because that's the vibration you're communicating, and your spirit's going, oh my God.
I've got a better question.
Okay, well, you guys have to feel the vibration. Listen, because the universe listens, but they do not listen to your barking dog. That was such a barking dog question. There was such a, am I okay? Am I okay? Am I okay?
Sandy.
You take care of me. No one will ever go to a healer, by the way, if the healer needs you to take care of them. I just have to say. That's just a little bit of business coaching, okay?
Thank you.
So, universe,
Okay.
what is the true question? Dig, go in, listen. What is asking for guidance for real?
How can I best serve these beautiful people in this universe at the right vibration for each and every one of them?
You'll notice I'm not whooping. I'm not whooping. That's bullshit, isn't it? No. That is not any better. That is just your barking dog trying to be spiritual.
Okay.
It is. It is. I quit my job to do a business in which I have zero idea of what to do. How can I do this? No, not true. And this is where I am a bit too much sometimes, but it's not true. You don't quit a job to be a healer saying, well, how do I do this? You already quit. Do you see? No. Really, guys, don't settle for that baloney. Dig. You quit. You were following a guidance. Why are you doubting it now?
Don't know.
Me either, except it's a bad habit. And you're asking everyone out here, well, did I do the right thing? They're like, I don't know. I'm trying to manage my own rowboat. Get away. For real.
I know.
That's why healers scare people. It's like, you're a healer? Shit, I gotta get away. You're too needy. Seriously.
Sandy.
So here's what we're going to do a little bit different. Okay, this is barking dog. First it's barking dog noise, and then it's spiritual barking dog. How can I best serve the ultimate good of all concerned as I step into their divine space? Bullshit. That's just not good. Okay. Tough, right? Tough love.
I love it.
But I'll give you a real opportunity to be a healer if you learn this.
Okay.
What's Diamond say? Diamond. I'm going to talk to Diamond. I'm tired of talking to Sandy. Sandy's just that not paying much attention, sleeping, barking dog. But Diamond knows who you are. Diamond knows exactly why you quit. Diamond knows exactly how you can facilitate and help people. Diamond doesn't have to play small and get permission from every turn from other people. You know who you are. Bah! Wake up. Tell the universe who you are and how you intend to serve. And don't be shy.
I am an incredible, powerful healer who has taken my life experience and worked with it and created the highest vibration, an incredible healing, open, holding space that can hold the power and the energy of each and every one of you to help you and to heal you.
Look at this. They don't believe you. No, you can tell by the reaction. It's all vibrational. They don't believe you because that's ego too.
Okay.
I know, you guys, I'm the best teacher in the world. Because I'm not going to let you fake yourself out like chewing gum.
Okay.
What you need to do is get out of here, go to your heart, and tell people how you love them, and how you care about them and why. And what you can do, not from a place of bloated ego, but from a place of service that they can trust. You did quit. You have a calling. You did make the right decision. But you lost touch with why and who. And you have to get back in touch with that. So take a breath, and I'll help you. And don't hate me, because I'm helping her. I can feel it. Okay. Shh. When I'm with people, I feel, when I heal, just fill in the blank. When I heal, my motivation is, Diamond, I'm talking to you, not Sandy. When I heal, my motivation is, answer.
Love.
Breathe. And what I want people to experience with me to facilitate is, don't be scared of me. No, don't say again. Feel it. What do you really want to accomplish with people? What do you want them to experience? Not of you, but of themselves.
To let their pain go so they can be in their true selves.
And the way that I do that is, we're going to go for a walk. And the way that I do that is, for now, because it will continue to grow and evolve, it's not static. But for now, the way that I begin is,
by being strong and holding space for you.
okay, keep breathing and keep walking. And our sessions together, when we're together, this is what you do and what I do. These are your clients.
I know.
Every one of them is scared to death. You have to reassure them. Look at them, drive-by eyes. She just hates that she came here today. But this is the truth, guys. Spiritual healing is a profound calling. It is a deep caring soul to soul and witnessing another, not, am I okay, am I okay? Stop that.
Okay.
Be willing to love instead of saying, I'm going to help you love. You love. Love them.
I do. I love you all. There's so
Why
much
do you
love.
want to be a healer?
Because
Why do you
Thank
want to
you.
be a healer? This is important because she's going to touch people's lives. Why do you want to be a healer?
I feel so like heart-centered with everybody when I meet them. My heart touches people's hearts, and I know that I can open their heart even more to be happy.
And do you have any doubt that you can do
No,
that?
no doubt
So
at
that
all.
first question was total nonsense.
I know.
And so was the second one, right?
I know.
And this is now where you're telling the truth.
Yes. Thank
And
you.
that's what the Spirit is about, telling the truth. Telling
Thank
the
you.
truth. And you'll do well, step by step,
Thank you.
moment by moment. Do you doubt yourself?
No.
Do you doubt her?
Thank you.
Okay, so that's the truth.
Thank you so much.
You are very brave to stand with me.
Thank you.
I am going to give you, what am I going to give you? I know what I'm going to give you. I wrote a book at the darkest point of my life called The Uplifting Prayers. It was channeled, and these are prayers to reassure me that I wasn't a lost soul on my path, and it will be good for you because you're not a lost soul. You're a beautiful healer, and get out of your head and tell Sandy she's not the healer. Your healer's name is Diamond. And diamonds bring out the diamond in others. You are a good visual aid. Bring that up. See, we need to move past chewing gum. We need to move past your ego faking out. There is a need for you personally, for your families, for your children, for the people you know. There is a need for this planet to experience the truth of you, which is beautiful. And we don't need this barking dog approval. We need to come out from this with the idea, I'm going to serve, I'm going to elevate, I'm going to do my best, and if I mess up, it's because I'm learning. I don't have the answers, I'm just following the path. You'll be great. You'll be great. Turn the person next to you and introduce your spirit. This is my spirit, and her name or his name is, and see what happens. And then breathe and smile. Ah. Now the reason when I teach, my teacher guides come in. The reason that I strip those layers away is because there's probably 500 healers in here, and they probably all have the same doubts. But we need you. And we need you to come in with the heart to serve, to uplift, and know who you are. And it's unknown territory. So you have to keep listening and keep loving and keep taking a step. But get out of your head, and whatever you do, don't go ask the barking dogs to give you permission, because they will bite your butt. So take a breath. And if you are a healer, put your hand up. Okay, that was for you. If you're a teacher, put your hand up. That was for you. If you're a student, put your hand up. We all are. We are in new territory. But we have to dig deeper and snap out of this. I need other people to give me permission. I need to compare myself to others. I need to take a brave step and then question. How unbelievably paralyzing is that? So here's the thing. Your spirit, your beautiful spirit knows exactly what the next step is. And the only way to get into that is to be honest. Do you want to be my visual aid? Because I want to show you, it's not a needle in a haystack. It's available. What we're invited to do is wake up the spirit and live in the truth of us. We have to be honest. And it has to come from the heart. And you have to recognize, my barking dog will always need approval. And you know what? We'll never get enough. Two things you need to know. Your barking dog will always need approval. It'll always be scared, and it'll never get enough. So you love your barking dog, but thank God it's not your barking dog in charge, right?
Right.
What's your name?
Mayor.
I love you. You are brave, because you could have said no. Okay.
I thought about it.
Yeah. So you do have a choice, and would you like to sit down?
No.
Okay. Wave to the universe.
Hi.
Now, Mayor, what is your spirit's name?
Flash.
Look at everybody immediately smiles. You can tell your spirit is here because the people around you will smile. Because your spirit will wake up their spirit. And the smile is the heart opening, the curtains of the heart. So, Flash, nice to meet you. So, Flash, wave to the universe. Universe, wave back, and you tell us, what are your most beautiful gifts for now that you are here to share? Whatever they are. But look at the universe.
Dear.
I'll walk with you. So, you have 1,000 gifts, Flash. 1,000 gifts.
Sure.
No, really. Don't let your barking dog make you doubt that. Because what's your barking dog's name?
Denise.
Denise said, sure. That was Denise. Yeah, I don't know.
That's her name.
Denise, this is a common comment from your barking dog. I don't know. I'm confused. How can I be sure? Just to know how those dogs bark, okay? So, Flash, what is the most favorite way that you uplift others?
I am good at turning a negative into a positive.
That is a beautiful gift. Tell them with the microphone.
I'm good. Oh, I had a burrito? Okay.
She said,
I'm good at turning a negative into a positive.
feel that. What else? What else? Universe is here to celebrate you. What other gift? Pull it out of the basket.
I'm
Ta-da!
A good baker.
Yay! So you nurture us. And what else?
Yes, I'm a great gift giver.
Yes, yes. Let's pull it out of the basket. Ta-da! What else?
I'm a great organizer.
Oh, I love you right now. Yes,
Yes.
you ground me. Ta-da! What else?
I'm a really good friend.
Oh my God, do you love her even more? A
Yes.
good friend. What else?
I'm open to new things.
Absolutely open-minded, miracle of miracles. Ta-da! And
I'm honest
you're honest. Do you love yourself?
sometimes.
That's Denise. She snuck in.
She's not nice.
Denise is not nice. What kind of dog is she?
She's a Yorkie.
Oh, a Yorkie. A high-maintenance Yorkie.
So high maintenance.
Yeah, she's high maintenance. She needs a coat like one of those weighted blankets. But look at her look at here and here and here. Flash is here laughing at Yorkie. So, are you living your spirit very much?
No.
Would you be curious as to what that might be like?
Yes, very much so.
Like 100%?
Yeah.
Would you like to free your spirit 100% right now?
Yes.
Would you like her to? Would you like? That's 100%. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to give you a chance, but I'm not going to tell you what to do, and you just go for it. Whatever feels right, okay?
Oh.
So you just stand there and look at the universe. Just stand there and look at the universe. And we'll just see. Flash is going to step in. Yorkie can go with the weighted blanket in the corner.
Yeah. Flash.
And
Flash might run.
Flash, because you said Flash. We're going to invite Flash forward. Ready?
No. Thank you.
Woo! Now look at what happened. Look at what happened. You moved the entire room.
They were very nice. Thank you.
No, they weren't nice. They weren't being nice. Were you guys being nice? Were you having fun? Were you loving it? Do you love Flash? Own it. Now you have a choice. You have a choice. You could stop playing small and be Yorkie Denise. You can have her moments. And you can be Flash because you healed the audience. You have power. You're not small, but you have a choice. And it's all about letting go of TBS. So I'm going to give you a gift. I am going to give you a gift. What am I going to give you? Okay, you get scared. Yorkie's scared. You got to tell Yorkie she can't drive the bus. This is my book, Ask Your Guides.
This is my favorite.
Yay. Do you have that book?
I have the audiobook.
Perfect. You want to underline that? I love you.
Thank you.
Don't be TBS. The world needs your flash. It's why. So you see, you have a choice. You can see that moment where your little barking dog is like, I'm going to just tight butt this down. Or fake you out. I call that dancing like a white man at a wedding. Or you can make a choice. You can make a choice. You are not confused. You know who you are. I have been working with people for 50 years around the world. I started at -20. I have been working with people for lifetimes. I have never met somebody who does not know who you are, but I have met millions who want other people to give them permission to be who you are. And my teacher was the best teacher. When I went to him as a teacher, he said, Sonia, I'm going to ask you for your intuitive guidance. And I freaked out, and I said, I can't. And he said, why? And I said, I don't know. I'm new at this. And he said, really? Really? He said, what are you waiting for? And I looked at him and I said, permission. And he said, from who? And I said, well, you're my teacher, from you. And he laughed and laughed. He said, I don't have the power to give you permission and run from anyone who tries to tell you they do. That permission comes from you. But dig for it. Don't sit around waiting. Our planet is in a tipping point. What are you waiting for? It's fire. Wake it up. You know who you are. You really aren't confused, especially if you're here. But you don't need me or any other teacher on this platform to give you permission. We can't. We can only give you encouragement. Give yourselves permission, please, for your sake, for our sake, for the planet's sake, because there is no them. There's only us. And we need your spirit, but we don't need more of your barking dog. And do not give your spirit. Do not abandon yourself for other people's barking dog. Don't. Just forgive them. Their barking dogs are just completely insecure. So what they say is nonsense. Don't ask. But do ask of yourself to be truthful. Do ask of yourself to be honest. Do ask of yourself to dig. Go deeper. That's what the divine feminine is about. Deep. Wake up. Stop pretending, oh, I don't know. I mentor people who are so brilliant, so intuitive. They'll say some incredibly profound insight, and then they'll just frustrate me by saying, well, how can I be sure? It's like, shut up, Fido. This is just your barking dog habit because you're afraid to be that responsible and empowered. That's really what it is. But we're at a tipping point. If you're a student, okay, we all are. If you're getting traction and you're moving along and you're finding your legs, okay, but that missing piece is sitting right there. And that is your authentic self. Your spirit is your intuition. It is your inner teacher. It is your inner guidance. It is right there. You have not been designed to have to go looking for a piece of you out here. You have been designed to follow the courageous path of the heart. You know, this sixth sense is in your heart. And it takes courage to be that bright. And humor. So turn to the person next to you, and here's the thing I want you to say, loud and clear. Actually, we can do it real fast if we have anybody brave enough to be one more visual aid. Come on, Red. Come on up. Come on up. You. Come on up. Every one of the people up here that comes up here today, you are a teacher. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, Kim. Wave to the universe, Kim.
I wasn't scared till now.
Yeah, I'm not scary, I'm just big.
Isn't she beautiful? She's so pretty.
So are you. So are you. I want you to tell the universe. You tell the universe what your spirit has been telling you. Tell us, what have you been ignoring that your spirit has been telling you loud and clear? And you're going, la, la, la. La, 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 I can't hear you. Talk to the universe.
Loud and clear.
Loud and clear, no BS, no barking dog.
I've got a lot of dogs. Can I have more than one?
Shh.
Okay.
Those barking dogs, it's like we all have a kennel, so no problem.
Okay.
What is your spirit telling you?
Walking's good.
Looking is good, there's no them. Look at the love of this audience.
That's lovely.
Isn't it true? Connect, feel it. Now, this is bullshit.
Sorry.
I know, but it's a deflecting.
Yes, it is.
Isn't it? Can't you tell? It's deflecting. Why would you deflect? Why would you? Of what? You know the worst thing that could happen to you? Are you ready? Are you ready? Nothing. Right? You get to stay right where you are. You get to sit and do nothing. You can keep talking and talking but your spirit is talking to you. What is it telling you that you've been ignoring? Because this is something every one of you can ask yourselves. The spirit in us has returned. She's back. What is she telling you, Kim?
To step out and to speak, to not be afraid, and to not judge myself. Judgment. I tell people all the time, you would never speak to someone the way we speak to ourselves.
Don't tell people.
Okay.
What your spirit is
got
telling
excited.
telling you personally to up level into the fullness of who you authentically are and no more distraction.
You said it. No more distraction.
Yeah.
There's no more distraction.
Yeah, well, you
So
have a
listen.
choice. You have a choice. But your spirit is ready to be a teacher, but you fill it up with distraction. And let me tell everybody what everybody else should be doing. That's another huge distraction. And it's nonsense. So, you have a choice. You know how I know she's tuned into spirit? Because it's very simple. It's not a lot of talking. No more distraction. So, what are you going to tell the universe? Are you listening? Yes. You believe her?
Yeah, I'm listening. I'm listening.
You know why I ask you? Because what you say is the least important thing you can do. It's your vibration that people respond to. Do you believe her vibration that she's listening?
Oh, they're tough.
They're just truthful. Don't say you're tough. Your ego's like, oh, ow, ow, ow. Say, my vibration isn't matching, so I've got to make a choice. I've got to make a choice. Distraction is my favorite diversion, so my barking dog stays in charge. And spirit speak is a distraction, and hi, 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 and namaste, and hug, 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 and oh, my angel said this. That is all distraction. Your vibration speaks for you. And if your vibration speaks in alignment, people will believe you. How wonderful would that be? And far simpler, right? Look at this beautiful spirit in her eyes. You can see it here and here. You always see it here and here. So you have a choice. Is there anything else your spirit is telling you haven't paid attention to?
To listen more, listen to myself,
Mm-hmm.
and do this when I hear the others speak.
Okay.
We all need earmuffs.
Don't say we all need.
I'm sorry.
That is another really obnoxious way the barking dog is going to tell you what we all need. Don't you just find that the most annoying thing? Yeah. Kim.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm tough, but it's not I didn't come in to be tough. These are the spirit guides that are your teachers. I'm just channeling the teachers because you people are too conscious to continue to be this way. Step into your power. Step into your power. But you're a student. So I would say, meditate. Practice being quiet. Be calm. And the rest will take care of itself. Okay? Yes. She asked me about my sister. Can you believe that? I'm not even going to give you a present because that's more distraction. How's your sister? Distraction. Who cares how my sister is? No, do you see what I'm doing?
You know what? And I did that the whole time, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. Do you see? I'm showing you how we just dance around being real. Just be real. Here's the answer, is simple.
And
Just
that's
be.
the answer.
Yes, it's
Yeah,
simple.
thank you.
So, I never know what's going to happen when I come here. I come as a channel, but obviously some very big teachers are here. You are not beginners. You are not uninformed. You are not confused. Not at all. But you might be making the choice to play small, stay safe, and keep looking for the ego affirmations of others as an excuse to not step in and shine your light. Now, shining your light can be challenging, believe me. I have what's called snake medicine because I've been bitten so many times I'm immune. I have been called a nut, a crazy person. I've had people call me demon woman. I don't care. She's back. Times have changed. Trust your spirit, but it all belongs, it comes down to not between me and you, you and you. Turn to the person next to you and tell that person what your spirit is telling you that you have not acknowledged. And know this, you have a choice. You don't have to acknowledge it. Kim, you can be as distracted as you want, but you'll have to live with it. That's just the way it goes. You can continue this, but you'll have to live with it in a place and a time on our planet where we need everybody to level up. So every problem that will come as a consequence of you pretending la la la. I can't hear you, but I know you can hear your spirit. I know it, and so do you. So just voice it and see how that feels. And then you get to choose if you want to listen or not. So I'll give you a minute. Tell the person next to you, my spirit is telling me, and then just voice what you've been wanting an angel guide reading or this reading or that reading to say. You say it and see what happens. Okay? Let's do that. I'm going to give you one more minute. Okay. Shh. Breathe. and pay attention to your vibration. We are at a point in time where we are invited to deepen and expand and allow who we really are. It will begin when you quit telling yourself, I don't know who I am. Have you even tried to express it? Probably for a lot of us, no, because the opportunity isn't coming from the outer world to ask you. But ask of yourself, do I know who I am? Start with what I love. Just start naming what you love. That's the beginning. What do you love? One thing. Painting. What do you love? Reading. What do you love? Dancing. What do you love? Connection. What do you love? Yes, connection, bleeds. What do you love? Turn to the person next to you and tell them, this is what I love most for now. And just feel how your body changes with this. We have ended. We have actually ended and crossed into a new era. We are in a new era. We are in the return of the divine feminine. It is here. We are the beginning of this wave. We are part of this wave. Every one of you is a major player in this return of the feminine. You are not observers. You are major influencers in this wave. And the beginning of this wave is to acknowledge my beautiful spirit can guide me and will if I listen. If I stop paying so much attention to my noisy barking dog, love my dog, take her for a run, teach her to meditate, teach him to be quiet, put him to work, have him do the laundry. There are things he can do or she can do that are really good in terms of organizing the daily, but my spirit can be trusted. My spirit is here and can be trusted, but she has to be invited in. The fire of who I am has to be invited in by me. And if my gatekeeper, barking dog, is going to keep making, how do you know? And you can't come in, and I have to be sure, and well, let me get permission. Then you're going to keep sharing. It's putting your spirit outside, and you will feel disingenuous and inauthentic. It's scary for the barking dog to step into your spirit, but the truth is when you do, you relax. I'm not kidding you when I say the worst thing that can happen to you is nothing. How's that working out for you now? You're right there. You're right there, aren't you? You're right there. Something big can change, and it's the channel. So we don't pay attention to all the noise in our head, and we start getting into our body and listening to what our body is telling us, and we don't pretend anymore that we can't hear it, that we're not receiving it. But what you can do is say, you have a choice. You can choose to ignore it, absolutely, but you can't avoid the consequences. There are no gatekeepers. Don't come here looking for gatekeepers. There are teachers who can help and facilitate and support, but don't come to gatekeepers looking for permission. That comes from you. And when that happens, everything starts shifting up very quickly. Everything, all of a sudden, you catch that wave and flow. All of a sudden, you're thinking less. Can you imagine? You just won't be thinking all the time. You'll be more relaxed. And what if you just decided, my spirit will take care of me? I just have to be interested in listening. Listen. I have to create the space and the time to listen. And it's not listening to words. It's listening to energy. It's listening to the feeling. So breathe. And move around a little bit. So we're going to do now, I'm going to give you another quick tool to really bring that energy forward, because once you wake it up, it's hard to put it back to sleep. Once you wake it up, once you start voicing what your spirit says, you can't deny it. It becomes very hard. Right now I have this 2-year-old granddaughter. She's just my most amazing teacher. She loves to play hide and seek. She has her favorite doll is Elmo. She'll put the doll right under the table where all to see, and she'll say, where's Elmo? I don't know. And I'll go, I don't know. And then we laugh, and then she, shocked, surprised, there he is. And I think, okay, that's cute at 2, but when it's 52, it's not so cute. What's my purpose? I don't know. But we have been taught to look to authority figures to give us permission. No more. We have been taught, so you are the pioneers. You're the first wave. It's like, well, there it is. Who knew? Who knew I'd be a healer? I had no idea, but I'm willing. Who knew I'd be talking to angels? I am, but I'll talk to my own spirit too. Do you see what I'm saying? That's why you're here. You all went to a lot of trouble to be here, to get this piece, this missing piece of you. And without it, you're going to go around and around and around. Look at that, look at that, look at that. Lost. That missing piece is here, inside. Breathe. So turn to the person next. You're going to do one more tool so we really capture this essence. This is my favorite tool. It's called emptying the garbage. Because the thing is, most people say, well, I'm afraid, I'm afraid, I'm afraid. Of course your barking dog's afraid. It's on a timer. It's not going to live forever. Only the spirit is. So, of course, it'll never stop being afraid. You know how you get over fear? First you acknowledge it, then you go up to the higher frequency. He says, that's the frequency of my barking dog, and now here's what my spirit says. So the empty the garbage is you just start saying, I'm afraid of, and fill in the blank. So quickly, want to come? Quick, I need a visual aid. Come on up. Of course, I ask her to quickly, and you can't come. You can sit. You can sit. Come sit here, because you'll be right there so everybody can see you. Beautiful. What's your name?
Jamie.
Okay, Jamie. So I'm going to give you a microphone, and you just follow along with me, okay? First, wave to the universe. Jamie's right here. Brave, beautiful Jamie. Okay, Jamie, fill in the blank. What's your barking dog's name?
What if you fail?
What if you fell? Perfect. Okay, I'm going to be talking to what if you fell. I'm afraid of, fill in the blank, quickly.
I'm afraid of my communication ability not being good enough.
I'm afraid of,
not living up to other people's expectations.
take a breath. I'm afraid of,
I'm afraid of letting people down.
I'm afraid of,
I'm afraid of disappointing what other people feel like I'm supposed to do.
I'm afraid of,
I'm afraid of poverty.
I'm afraid of,
I'm afraid of missing out on something else.
breathe. Look at the universe. I'm afraid of,
I'm afraid of disappointing.
take a breath. Thank you, what if I fell? What's your spirit name?
Angie.
Angie. Angie.
Yes.
And to all that fear, my spirit, Angie, says,
You're not going to fail.
and she says,
You have a message that people need to hear.
and she says,
You can inspire people.
and she says,
People need to hear your story.
and she says,
You can make a difference.
and she says,
Your message is important.
and she says,
You can change your whole life.
and she says,
You can be happier than you've ever been.
And the universe says, thank you. Thank you. Angie, thank you. And that's what the Spirit does. It heals everyone. Thank you. I have to give you the most beautiful gift. I'm going to give you this great gift. It's actually written by my daughters. And it's called You Are Amazing, because you are. Oh, my love. Wasn't that amazing? That's the Spirit in every one of you. So I just want you to turn to someone next to you. Name 5 things you are afraid of. And the Spirit says 5 things. Free your spirit, because that's the voice that you're here. That is the energy you're here to share. That is your purpose. That is it. So let's do it fast. I'm going to give you 1 more minute, not even, 45 seconds. Okay, everybody. Shh. Our time is coming to a close. A couple things I want to say. If you've never been aware of me and you still want to be, you can find me on YouTube. You can find me on Instagram. You can find me. I have 28 books with Hay House. I would love to stay connected. You can come see me on my website. But my job is clear, is to empower you, to give you the spark and the push, to push out of the cocoons you've been living in and free your wings. We need them. You have them. You're fully capable of trusting yourselves. When Angie was up here, it was a complete transformation. What if I fall? Everybody feels that way. What if I fail? What if? The only worst thing that could happen to you is nothing. So find your courage, and I'm gonna end on one of my favorite songs, because when you sing and dance, do you know that you can't sing and dance unless your spirit is fully in your body? Now, I don't mean this kind of thing. I mean this. But I want you to leave with your spirit embodied, because if your spirit is embodied, the rest will fall into place. And it's time to welcome that part of you home.